Zevio. Okay, really quick video. There's no script to this. I just got everything set up the way I wanted and decided to shoot a really quick video. This is going to be a first impression of a camera I just got. I know there's really no reason to build up suspension right now because you can literally read the title. I just want to do a really quick just first impression of this camera because it's going to be about a month before I can actually give like my real thoughts on it. So yeah, this is just going to be like a first impressions, and then maybe following up in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'll work on a video giving like my full review of it. Also, how are we feeling about every single video having a different camera setup? I'm really liking this one, so I think I might stick with this for the foreseeable future. Maybe for the next few videos I might play around with some different areas, but as of right now, this is probably my favorite that I've done so far. So, without further ado, without further ado, without further ado, the Fujifilm XE1. With this camera, I got the body, of course. I got this extra hand grip with it. I got this shutter release button. This lens, 64GB SD card, and then another lens, and then of course, you know, like a data transfer cable. We will go over everything I got in a second, but first I wanted to go over why I even got this camera. First things first was a buddy of mine got a camera. He got the Fujifilm X-T3, and I was like, yeah, Fujifilms are cool. I think you'll probably enjoy that. Me and him do photo walks all the time, so I was pretty excited to see the camera and finally like actually get to use a Fujifilm. And so he let me do some test shots on it. He took some photos of me, and after seeing the results, I was just like, holy cow, this film simulation is no joke. Like, you know, on the Sony, you can shoot a photo in RAW, take it into Lightroom, edit it to make it look kind of filmic. But with this, straight out of camera, I can just get my settings to look just like a film photo. Maybe add some grain in post, because this does not have a grain effect built in. But overall, it looks just like film pretty much out of the camera. And you can dial in your settings so much to where you can really get any kind of film profile you want. So yeah, I just thought that was amazing. I thought the camera looked beautiful image-wise. And I was like, I have to find a way to get a Fujifilm camera for dirt cheap. So I was looking into like, what's the earliest I can get a camera that has film simulation? What's a camera that has the most film simulations for the money? What camera can I do film recipes with? Which I found out pretty much all cameras you can do that with that are Fujifilm. So I just started looking at some of the older ones, which is where I came upon a channel called, which is where I found a channel called Chris Orange. He pretty much exclusively uses old Fuji cameras on that account recently. I'm talking not like film, like 2010 to like 2015 era of their cameras, so X-Trans like 1 through 3 sensor. This is the X-Trans 1. And the XE1 is actually, he says it's his favorite camera because the old sensor gives it that soft kind of film look more than you get with a super processed, the newer sensors, because you know, we're just so focused on clear image, clear image, clear image now. I mean, that's the bread and butter of the A7R series. So yeah, it's just, it was so nice to be able to just like go back to something that's like, I want soft film-like photos. And yeah, found this on Facebook Marketplace for $250. And then me and the guy met around 200. He was willing to go down a little bit. So yeah, I got this amazing camera with an SD card. It was not supposed to have an SD card, but I got a 64GB SD card with it. So pretty happy about that too. The lenses it came with is the 25mm 7 Artisans 1.7, 1.8. Love this lens. This is definitely my go-to just because it's smaller. There are some quirks with it I have noticed that I will talk about in a review at some point. I would love to do a lot more nitty-gritty reviews on this camera because I think this is really an important camera in 2021. I really do. It also came with this Yashica Yashinon DX 45mm 1.7. This is a really interesting lens because this has to be harvested off of a Yashica, what body is it? G35, G Electro, something like that. I do not know, so do not quote me on that. But it has to be harvested off of one of those cameras. It's a rangefinder, so it has to be like torn off. Really cool. This has to be like harvested off of a camera. Hope it came off of a broken camera, so that way it's, you know, we're not ruining film cameras. But yeah, I really like this lens too. I think it's sharper than this lens for sure. But there's just something about that 25mm focal length that I like. The 45 is a little too claustrophobic on here for me for most uses. I like wider on this camera, which is interesting because years past, 35 to 120 have been my favorite focal lengths. But now with this camera, it's starting to be 25, 16, 12. Like, yeah, my preferences have changed, and I think that also is just because this is a crop sensor compared to a full frame. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Really cool camera. I actually ended up going out and impulse buying a battery as well. This cost me 60 bucks at Bedford, camera and video. Just a replacement battery. It's not even name brand. It's like their like OEM certified brand. But yeah, I was on a trip with it. I was like, I'll test this on a trip. And the battery died and I didn't bring a charger. So I had to go out and impulse buy another battery because I really would just want to get back to shooting. So I was like, do you guys have any batteries? I already have a charge. Grabbed that one, 60 bucks down the can. Got this battery charged up. It seems to be doing good. The battery died after like 4 hours. My first use, but honestly it probably was just sitting for so long that it did not actually have a full charge like it read. But yeah, this camera is awesome so far. So I know I've just been kind of explaining where I got the camera and all that, but this camera has been amazing. At the end of this video I will put up a little slideshow of the photos I got from my first time out with it, and you guys tell me what you think, because I was like, wow, I am not going to stop shooting with this for a very long time. I could see myself upgrading to something else in the Fuji line at some point in the future, but as of now, this is like perfect for me. Like the only reason I would want another one is the classic chrome and classic neg. I really like both of those film simulations, and this does not have those, but you can get pretty close with how much you can dial in the settings. So yeah, I just also really love the like tactile like shutter speed button up here. Yeah, I just really love the way this is all set up, all the buttons. It's really great. It's not a touchscreen, which doesn't bother me at all. I'm not a huge fan of touchscreens anyway on cameras because my nose just always ends up hitting stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what else do I want to say about this camera other than I am in love with it? I mean, this camera has been so cool to shoot with, just so natural. It's just really a mind-blowing camera in 2021. This came out in 2012. This is almost a decade old. I know I said in the title, a decade old. It's 9 years, whatever. Yeah, this camera is crazy. It's just so beautiful, and the things you can get with it, and just how timeless these photos look out of here. I cannot recommend this enough. I got mine for 200 and some change. You can probably pick one up on eBay if you just want to go out and get one right now. I would say probably 400, 300, 400 bucks. At that range, you might also want to look around at some of the other ones, maybe a generation or two older, or newer, a generation or two newer. Maybe get some more features out of it, but I love the look of the X-Trans 1 sensor. Yeah, just a quick little video going over my initial thoughts on this camera. I think it's beautiful. I think it's lightweight. I love this extra grip I got with it. It is just the most comfy camera to carry around. I don't have a strap on it. I usually just have a tote bag. That's what I was throwing it in on my trip. Yeah, gonna be doing a lot more shooting with this coming up, so that way I can have better more concise scripted thoughts for you guys. My next video will have a script. That is one pet peeve I've had with my videos, is that I just kind of ad-lib, and as you can tell in this video, I rant a lot. So next videos coming out, I'm definitely going to script, put that creative writing liner to good use. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this right now. If you're watching this wanting to know if you should get one, go ahead, go for it. Freaking love these things. I would not get it for video, but I would recommend it 100% for personal photos. Maybe not professional, but personal. I'll have to think about that more when I come up with a more concise video. Okay, this video has been going on for too long. I will end it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. There are more film photography reviews coming up. Once again, I just have to get them developed, and I like to develop by hand. And so I should be doing that at the end of this month. So a few days from now, when I'm filming this, yeah, and then we can get the ball rolling on some more film photography reviews. But expect more videos on this camera as well. I do want to start doing some more digital photography stuff as well, since that is also a big passion of mine. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for all the support recently. I really do appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.